Today, we're going to take a journey through the really powerful emotional world of Rithvik Sim's book, Thank You for Leaving. We're going to walk through the stages of heartbreak, loss, and most importantly, healing, using the book's own beautiful words to guide us.
So, right from the get-go, the author makes this pretty bold promise. It's basically an invitation, right? He's saying, look, we're going to face this pain together, but with this assurance that healing is waiting on the other side. This isn't just about feeling sad, it's about taking things apart so we can put them back together. You ready? Let's dive in.
Okay, our first stop is exploring those initial, really raw moments of a goodbye. And the book, it frames this whole experience not as something to run away from, but as a deep, fundamental part of being human. And it all kicks off with this amazing metaphor that really sets the tone: rain. I mean, this idea just completely flips how you think about intense emotions. It suggests that to really truly heal, you can't just look for a dry place to hide. You got to be willing to stand in the storm and just get drenched. The book argues that feeling things deeply, even when it really, really hurts, isn't a weakness at all. It's a privilege. It's a way of connecting our own inner chaos to the beautiful cleansing power of the natural world.
So, from that big idea of the rain, the author zooms in on a very specific and oh so painful moment when communication just breaks down. He describes two people sitting right next to each other. Cars are going by, there's noise all around, but the only thing they can actually hear is that deafening silence between them. You know that moment when you both know you're hurting each other, but there are just no words left? And this is what rushes in to fill that silence. The book has this incredible insight that words spoken in anger, they don't just vanish into thin air. Nope, they take root. They literally grow inside you, like these wildflowers, poisoning the relationship from the inside, even if there's still love there. It's such a powerful warning about how permanent our words can be. All that lingering pain leads us right into the second part of our journey, that haunting time after the goodbye. This part is all about the empty space that's left, and how one person's absence can somehow manage to erase so much more than just their physical presence. This is just so painfully relatable, isn't it? It's not just the person you're missing, it's all these tiny little corners of your own world that were tied to them. Suddenly, your favorite song is a landmine. A sunset isn't just a sunset anymore. It's like the loss just moves in and takes over parts of your life you never even thought it could touch. And there it is. That's the crucial takeaway. A single goodbye sends out this massive ripple effect. It's not just one domino falling, it's a whole chain reaction that takes out your relationship with music, with places, even with your own happiness. This quote just captures that huge collateral damage of a broken heart perfectly. But here's the thing. The journey doesn't just end in that place of loss. The book makes this really important pivot. It shifts our focus away from the love that's gone to the love that's still there. This section is all about finding that healing and stability in the other rooms of your life, with your family and your friends. And this just lays it out so clearly. On one side, you've got this transactional kind of love, right? Where flowers are basically just bandages for the wounds the thorns just made. But on the other side, you have the author's grandmother. She's in physical pain herself, but her only thought is for her grandson's happiness. And that selfless, unconditional love, that's presented as the true anchor in the storm. And it's not just about family. The book is a huge celebration of those deep, supportive friendships. You know the ones, the people who form your safety net, who remind you that romantic love isn't the be-all and end-all of your life. These friendships are held up as these incredible soulmate-level connections all on their own. This little story from the book is just, wow, it's so moving. It gets at that parental intuition, a kind of love so deep it just crosses miles and doesn't need words. It's a reminder that even when you feel completely and utterly alone, there's a kind of love that is always somehow looking out for you. And all of that brings us to our final section. This is where it all comes together. This is where the pain, the loss, and the healing all meet to create this powerful message of resilience, of growth, and just like the title says, of gratitude. So the book asks this question, and it's a big one, right? After going through all of this pain, the silence, the erased joys, the wounds that stick around, what happens next? How on earth do you even start to move forward? And the answer, it turns out, isn't some big, dramatic explosion of light. It's quiet. It's really subtle. Healing happens in those small moments, when the things you thought you lost start to come back to you. When a sunset is just beautiful again, without being heavy with memory. It's the process of slowly, piece by piece, reclaiming your world for yourself. And this, right here, this is the heart of it all. It's a promise of recovery, but it's also a declaration of your own inner strength. The book's final message is so empowering. You are the architect of your own world. And you have everything you need, not just to survive if it collapses, but to build it all over again, maybe even stronger than before. So let's end with this one last, pretty provocative thought. It just reframes the whole thing. It asks us to consider that maybe the most painful endings aren't just something to get through. Maybe they're the catalyst for a new beginning. And that's the idea that lets you, finally, get to a place where you can look back and say, thank you for leaving.